All right, we're back with the Jackie and Kevin show. We've reached all the way to Best Actor categories. We've got Casey Affleck for Manchester by the Sea, Andrew Garfield for Hacksaw Ridge, Ryan Gosling for La La Land, Viggo Mortensen for Captain Fantastic, and Denzel Washington for Fences. Gosh, all of those are good performances. Well, I will say, and then you can say,
all right,
who doesn't belong on that list? Casey Affleck, Andrew Garfield, Ryan Gosling, Denzel Washington, Viggo Mortensen, and I'm going to say Viggo. And the reason I say that is because as good as he was fantastic as Captain Fantastic.
Right.
It was just a movie that got no buzz, got no exposure. How the Academy reached down and pulled him into that category over the likes of Tom Hanks and Sully and things like that. I just when I look at the list, I think Viggo Mortensen.
I personally thought you and I would be in agreement on this one. I thought clearly Ryan Gosling does not belong on that category. I thought, we just talked in our previous set that he couldn't sing and he couldn't dance and he was in a musical. And now you're questioning whether he should be up there for Best Actor. So how does a guy who can't sing or dance very well star in a musical and get nominated for Best Actor? For those of you who don't know the premise of Captain Fantastic, father raises his six children out in the woods, teaches them survival skills, and also teaches them, they're highly educated, as we find out throughout the movie, but they're not ready for what we know as society. And then he kind of has to bring them back into society in various forms. Doesn't go very well. And once I thought he was, you even said he was excellent.
He was fantastic.
So if he was fantastic,
but I don't see how they came to the conclusion to put him on this list.
Who cares? I like the fact that they found him. Put him on that list. So you said he was fantastic, doesn't belong in there. Gosling wasn't fantastic, but does.
Gosling had some moments.
All right, Mortensen or Gosling? Tell the truth.
As far as
who deserves more acclaim for their performance? Say it. Please admit it on camera for me, Jackie. Come on.
Okay, I can see your point.
Oh, thank you.
I can see your point. Again,
did you like that movie, Captain Fantastic?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did like it.
Yeah, me too.
I couldn't understand. It was a throwaway movie, though.
Yeah, it was.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, because it got great reviews.
Yep.
It really did have it had a twisty story.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like anything else you saw this
absolutely. And don't you like that?
I did.
The original.
Did. Yeah, and he does that. He picks his roles where he plays original characters.
Yes, I agree.
But they just threw it away.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who else I thought should be in there. I said Tom Hanks.
Yeah, for Sully.
I thought Joel Edgerton was really good
in Loving. Yeah.
I really did.
It was a quiet, understated performance, but that was the role.
And you didn't see it, but if they can bring Isabelle Huppert for Elle and give her a nomination, there's a movie that's up for Best Foreign Film called A Man Called Ove, and Rolf Lassgard plays Ove, and he is just amazing in the part. They could easily have said, okay, we're recognizing great acting in films outside this country. Give it to him.
I'm going to go find that movie right after we take the show.
I want you to see it. I really do.
See it too.
But I did want Andrew Garfield in there. I did want Andrew Garfield in there for Hacksaw Ridge. Thought he gave an amazing performance. Especially, for one thing, I keep forgetting he's British.
I don't think I even realized that. You wouldn't know it.
Every interview, he comes out talking in his British accent.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, man, he's good.
You know who else was pretty good, who kind of had a real role for once, was Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
I thought he was, I'm not going to say he resurrected his career, but I kind of have a little bit of more respect for him than I did prior to that movie. Yeah, it was good to see him.
It was kind of like an added... And I can't think of the name of the actor who played his father, who I also thought was good.
I don't know the name of him either.
I know it, but it's inside my head. But Denzel was... But he was fantastic in the role. But you know how they say, don't ever let him catch you acting? I caught him acting.
Right.
And, you know what I mean by that?
I do.
I mean,
yeah.
Because it wasn't that he wasn't effective, that he had it was a very unlikable role.
Right.
And he he played it.
He nailed it.
You know, he got you not liking him.
Right,
You know,
right.
And that's a hard thing to do because he's got such a reputation, and his other roles make him so likable. But I didn't like him. I didn't like the character.
Right. And
But,
you know, you
but
and
I
I
did feel like, okay, here comes this big.
Here it comes,
scene.
right.
Yeah.
And you know, you and I don't talk politics, but I almost feel like we almost have to a little bit from the Academy. Last year, there was just such a big hubbubaloo about African Americans not being represented
Oscar's
there.
so white.
So will this come into play?
I said, what bothers me about Oscar So White is if we have a Viola Davis who wins, if we have an Octavia Spencer who wins, if we have a Ruth Negga who wins, if we have a Denzel Washington who wins, it should not be in anybody's mind that
Right.
they won because of their
that.
race.
Absolutely.
And that just drives me crazy.
Me too.
You know, it's talent.
Do it on the merits and the merits
Absolutely.
alone.
And these people are deserving on the merits. I'm not saying,
Right.
but I would hate for somebody to say, okay, because there was such a hullabaloo about Oscar So White, then these people, this
Right.
person had to, this or that person had to win.
Yeah, there should not be like an added sentence after. They either won or they lost. It's coming down to Affleck and Washington, Denzel and Casey Affleck.
But what about Casey Affleck? Because all of us, he was the guy's gonna win.
Disagree alert
guy's
coming,
gonna
I think.
win, guy who's gonna win, and then suddenly there's like, maybe he's not gonna win.
And I know you and I talked briefly before we went on the air. I got the tortured soul in Casey Affleck. You didn't seem to get the tortured soul in Casey Affleck. So you don't even, do you think he belongs on the list?
Yes, he belongs
Okay,
on
you
the
do.
list, and he's worked his way up. He's been Affleck's younger brother.
Right.
He's been in minor roles here, there,
Yeah.
everywhere. Very seldom starring in a film.
Yeah. Gone Baby Gone was his best role, probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah. And then this movie comes along, and he did a great job.
He did. I think
But-
he did too.
If we're going to say who I would like to win, I would like for Andrew Garfield to win. I really think that he nailed that part of the conscientious objector who saved all those lives in that battle in World War II. He was just amazing to me. He was able to show every emotion to me that man went through in his life.
And it's not just a war movie, people. It's a personal movie
It's a
about
personal
Andrew
movie.
Garfield and really what he has to endure before the battlefield, and then of course on the
And
battlefield.
It built
But-
that. It
oh,
built
it's so
the,
good.
It built the story of why he was a conscientious objector and why he had the feelings that he did, and what he went through to go volunteer to go into service, even though he wanted to be a medic and not fight in battles because
Right.
he did have an objection to killing anyone, and he maintained that stance.
Shockingly,
And what it
yeah.
cost him,
Phew.
and then the influence that came back. So I would love for Andrew Garfield to win, and I don't think Casey Affleck's going to win. I think Denzel's going to win.
Wow.
All right, give me yours.
I think Casey Affleck should win, but I think Denzel will win. And I kind of have a soft spot for Vigo. I thought he was pretty good in Captain Fantastic.
But you do think that
Denzel will win, and I think Casey
should.
should win. Yes.
I think Andrew should.
All right.
All right, we'll take another break and come back with Best Director.